Aloha, I've changed. Right, I know I'm gonna feel bad for being it. The thing is, no one's posted anything for 2 weeks, and I've missed that 3 weeks, and I intend to keep on top of my game. Not that it's a game or anything, there's no ball, there's no park, there's nothing like that, but I want to say that I've done every single video. The other thing is that this last week's video was supposed to be every time! Last week's video was supposed to be dressing up in clothes of the opposite sex, right? I don't own any clothes of the opposite sex, and I feel somewhat uncomfortable borrowing my mother's clothes, my sister's clothes, to wear them for a video, and I'm sorry to be a spoiled sport, so I'm wearing unisex clothes, if that helps. Look. Unisex? Well, technically men's, but you know, most of my unisex stuff is up in Cardiff, and I see women wearing this top. Unisex socks, unisex jeans. My underwear is not unisex, but there's no big rush to see that now, is there? Right, so I think there was no set theme besides just dressing other people's clothes. So I think I'm going to talk about. Okay, I started talking about social networking in my last one, so I think I'll continue that here, right? So I guess I should start with a story, right? Basically, I met this guy on a social networking site, you know, as you do when you're about 15, 14, oh no, how old was I? 15, 16, sorry. You know, there's guys just don't like you about where you live, you know, all the cute guys are straight, and I keep leaving the door open. All the cute guys are straight, all the gay guys are really stereotypical, they're into Kylie Minogue and Aaaah and stuff. Not that it's bad that you like these things, you know, it's good to like anything, as long as it's like not weird or horrible or fucked up. Like jacking off to a Dennis Cooper book, that's wrong. Yeah. Yeah, so I met this guy, his name was Kyle, he was sweet, I guess, he was cute. And happy and funny. And it was a disaster. That 3 months of my life that I'll never get back, and this left me an emotional train wreck. I should probably say that's my next one. The next one's relationships. There was no set theme, so me and Lizzie decided on relationships for the lack of. Why does it call it Lizzie? It's crease. Well, I call it crease. It means shoot in Welsh. It's technically, she pronounces it Chris, I think, but it's crease. Get your crease off, Chris. Yeah. So anyway, there's a story, and ever since then I've been a little. I'm not involved as much. I used to be a minor MySpace whore. I wouldn't call myself a MySpace celebrity because I didn't have like that many friends. MySpace celebrities, you think of Matthew Lush, Chris Crocker, people who just piss people off for a living. And now that I'm not involved in it anymore, I can see how pathetic it really is. You know, people seem to feel the need when they're, you know, back then you think, I need the acceptance of people I've never met before who I probably never will meet. You know, fuck you. Just live your life, you know? Have fun, get drunk, get stoned, have sex. Just live, you know? Do whatever you want. You don't need to know that Matthew Lush is proud of you for being a virgin, you know? Fuck you. I don't know you. You've never met me. How the hell can you be proud of me without meeting me? You know? I'm sure as hell I'm proud of you for promoting eating disorders on your MySpace page, because you know you don't do it consciously. It's just an incredibly stupid thing to put on your MySpace page, considering how many people are out there that are anorexic and do starve themselves to look good. You know, just don't give them a reason to starve themselves to be a fucking vegetarian. Right? You know, and the thing is, I used to want to be one of these people. I used to want 50,000 MySpace friends. I used to want to go down the street and people know who I am. And now it's like, I live in Cardiff, you know, I'm 18, I'm a student, everyone knows who I am anyway, because I wear really bright clothes in the middle of the day, like red skinny jeans with black thunderbolts, which are left in Cardiff. I would wear this fucking video, but it's in my fucking flat, and I'm not in my flat. I'm in my house in Swansea, in Montedowi, which I love, but I hate because it's so small. And I've forgotten where I was. Yeah, and now, just there's like people who are huge on MySpace, and there's people who are huge on Facebook, they're spreading out, they're huge everywhere else, they're huge in Cardiff, you know. I mean, I've got, what, 500 Facebook friends. I know them all, you know. I'm pretty close to a fair chunk of them, or I have been close to a fair chunk of them in the past, you know. And then you get people, and they just, like, add people they've met once or twice, you know. I mean, there's a few people I've got in there that I've only met once or twice, you know, but they're people that I had interesting conversations with. And you get people, every day they add 10 new friends, 9 new friends. How many people do you meet every day that you can just, like, share your Facebook profile with? This is for people you know. You know, I mean, fair dues. If it's someone really, really cute, and you think they might like you, and you talk to them, fair enough. Don't just, like, add every single person in the country because you think you have a chance with them, right? And then don't say that you're in love with your 12th boyfriend in like as many days, you know, because you're not, you know. Like, people say that hate is a strong word, and it is a strong word, but love is a strong word. Love is the strongest word, and it has just as much capacity to destroy just as many lives as the word hate, you know, and the emotion does as well, you know. I mean, I'm not in a relationship right now. I was seeing someone until recently, which I'll talk about next week. The next one is about relationships, but yeah, I would, if I did have a boyfriend, I'd rather him fuck someone that I know for a fact he doesn't care about than kiss someone that I even thought that he loved. You know, it's not so much the action, it's the emotion behind it that's the powerful thing, you know? Like, I mean, if you fuck someone, you say, alright, I was drunk, I made a mistake. You know, if you kiss someone and you're in love with you love them, or you do still love them, it's just like saying, I got lingering feelings. You know, a kiss is romantic. You know, if it depends. I guess you could say it depends on what type of kiss there is. It could be with tongues, or I think it could be passionate, romantic. You know, sex doesn't have to be anything. Sex can be just for fun. You know, you don't get any instant gratification from kisses apart from like maybe a boner if it's a really hot guy. You know, but yeah, just I've had, I think in my whole history of having boyfriends, I've had Jake, Kyle, Jamie, three. That's not many. I've had like one night stands. I'm a student. Everyone has one night stands, you know. I've had seeing someone's, and you know, out of those people, the only person I was with for more than a week or two was Kyle. You know, fair enough. You know, and you know, he doesn't even count. You know, that was an online thing back when I thought these things were cool. When I thought that everyone had online things. You know, Marcy Lesh had online things. But my friend Jacoby, who I don't know why haven't I talked to him. I haven't talked to him in ages. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you because I really like him. Not in a sexual way, but I really like him anyway as a person. I just haven't spoken to him in ages, and I wear my glasses. I got right. I think I've ranted quite enough. And I've also think I'll ruin my next one. Oh well. Right, so that was my big rant on me, and I could have been. I want to make my blogs interesting. I want to put something up there, like an interesting quote or a fact. So I'm going to give you a theory. People say that everyone gets to be happy, right? And everyone, true enough, everyone deserves to be happy, no matter who they are. At some level they deserve happiness, you know. Obviously, people like Hitler deserve less happiness than others, you know. But not everyone gets what they deserve, I guess. It's a theme that I work a lot in my books, you know. Everyone deserves happiness, you know, everyone deserves love, but how many people out it's just human right. Water is human right. Clean, fresh water. How many people do you know who don't have that in the world? Bye.